Okay, so the other day, we took the PKA, or Prior Knowledge Assessment, of ratios, okay? So based upon the data, most of us don't really know what ratios are, which is fine, because that's one of the standards that we are learning this year, okay? So today, we're actually going to take notes over ratios, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pass the notes out. This is fill-in-the-blank notes. So please follow along as we get through it like normal. The notes, what you will have to fill in, will be in blue. Okay, so make sure anything blue we are filling in. Okay? So, does anybody have a guess?
It's black and white.
It is black and white. Okay? Does anybody have a guess what a ratio is? Yes?
Ratio is like the total number.
The total number? Okay, we're on the right track. Anybody else?
Fraction.
It's a fraction. Ooh, we're going to talk about it. That's not wrong. That's one way we can write a ratio, Ashton. Anybody else have a guess? Okay, so let's go ahead and look. A ratio compares values. Compares values. So that's our first blank. We should be writing that in our first blank. So a ratio compares values. When we hear the word compare, what do we think of? Yes?
Like match.
Match? Not quite.
Where you compare the numbers.
Well, don't use the word compare when we define it. Try to use it differently.
Like add the numbers together.
Not when we add two numbers together. Anybody else have any idea? So, let's talk real fast. Let's compare a baseball to a football. What would you say about a baseball?
It's
Hard.
The baseball is smaller and harder.
Smaller, harder. Good, go ahead.
You can throw it faster.
You can throw it faster.
Um,
What about a football?
Harder, heavier.
Yeah, so we are comparing the characteristics, okay? The characteristics of those two items. That's what a ratio is doing. Okay? So, a ratio says how much of one thing there is compared to another thing. Okay? Kind of like what we just did with a football and a baseball. Now, what we'll work on a lot is comparing how many footballs to baseballs there are. Ashton, do you have this down? Sit up, please. Okay, sit up.
What is
So a ratio says how much of one thing there is compared to another thing. How much of one thing there is compared to another thing. Okay, so how many footballs to how many baseballs. Okay, so here's an example. Here's an example. Don't yell it out, please. I want you guys to think of this.
Oh, these are Michigan colors.
They are Michigan colors. Okay, so what I want you to look at. Count up the squares. Okay?
3.
Don't yell it out, please. Count up the squares. Count up the squares. Then count up how many blue squares there are and how many yellow squares there are. Okay, then we'll answer it together as a class.
Oh, okay, put that all together.
Right? Okay. Everyone good?
Yep.
Thumbs up if you're good. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's first answer as a class. How many blue squares are there?
3.
3. Okay? And if you look, it says blue squares. So that's what we're answering first. There are 3 blue squares. Then, as a class, how many yellow squares are there?
1.
1. So if you look, simple as 3 and 1. Not too bad so far, is it?
No.
Any questions over this?
No.
So what you have to make sure you do is read what it's asking for. In this case, how many blue squares and how many yellow squares.
So it's basically like 3 1s.
We're going to talk about how to write it here, okay? So, anybody have any guesses on how many different ways we can write a ratio? Yes?
3.
3? Good guess. Because there are actually
4.
3 different ways you can write a ratio. 3 different ways we can write a ratio. there are 3 different ways we can write ratio. Okay? Does anybody have any ideas what the first way? Okay, there's 3 different ones. Yes?
Well, I like the first one. We just did like there's 3 blue ones and there's 1 yellow one, and we put them together basically.
Yes. Okay, but there's 3 different ways we can put them together. Okay, that's what we're looking at.
Hey, you wrote the answer to
I did.
that? Right.
Yep, and the I can't say that. Yep, nice eye, Colton. Yes, Ashley. It's okay. Okay, so here we go. So the first, hey, not right now for me. Okay, well, ask me later. Okay. So the first one. The first thing we can do is use A. Anybody know what this is called? Not decimal. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Who said it? Nice job. So we can use it. You said it, Ashton?
Yes.
So what is it called? Nice and loud? Everyone so everyone can hear. Yes, a colon, okay? So, that's the 2 dots. You guys have seen those probably in English before, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So, when we do it in math, it'll look like this. 1, then the colon separating the second number. So this is an example. So it'd be 1 to 2 is how you would read that. Okay? 1 to 2.
We have
Okay?
3 decimal ones.
It's okay. Go ahead and just add it like that, okay? Next way is to use the word 2. T-O, 2. Not the number 2. T-O. Okay?
Or T-O.
No, it has to be the number 2.
T-O.
T-O.
You said the other two.
Okay, I said it wrong. So it has to be the word 2. T-O, Ashley, okay? The word 2. T-O. Okay? So in our example, anybody have any ideas what it will look like? 1,
2.
just the word 2, right? T-O, 2.
How is that a word?
T-O?
T-O.
What's this word spelled? T-O, what's that spell, Ash? What's it spell? Hey, what's it spell? T-O spells what word?
2.
2, perfect. Okay, the third way. Anybody have a guess? I kind of already set it up here. Give you an idea. Yes?
It's kind of like a division problem. Like how many?
Kind of like a division problem. Yes. Now,
Like how many it's you kind of go like as a division problem once ago.
it will be kind of like a division problem, okay? So what's another word for a division problem?
Multiplication.
Not multiplication, that's the inverse of a division problem. A fraction. So, Isaac, we're on the right track, man. I was just looking for the word fraction. Okay? So make sure you get this down. So, fraction, okay? And what's a fraction look like?
Like that. Like that 1 2 right there.
Yeah.
Like a division problem, right?
We already learned fractions.
It's 1/2.
I know we did. Yep. So you would say 1 to 2. It's not, okay? It's written as a fraction. But still, you still say 1 to 2.
These guys do this when I was gone.
Yes, we did our P. We did our prior knowledge assessment. Okay. Okay, so here's an example of what we are going to do as a class. Okay, so listen as I read it. Listen as I read it. There are 5 pups. There's a picture there too. So there are 5 pups. 2 are boys and 3 are girls. Okay? 2 are boys and 3 are girls.
I would like to see 2 boys.
Oh, we'll figure it out later. It's not important. Okay? The ratio of boys to girls is, and this is what I want you guys to figure out. Now we can do this one together. Okay? Then there's a couple others that go along with this problem that I want you guys to try on your own. Okay? Relax, I'll explain how it's going to go. Okay? I'll explain. Okay? So the ratio of boys to girls is. Okay? So anybody know why there's number 1, 2, and 3 down here?
Like, cause it would be like if there's three different problems, you gotta figure out which one.
Not three different problems. There are three different.
So there's three different ways, and
Two.
you gotta figure out if it's either first one, second one, or third one.
Well, there's not three different ways to divide it. There's three different ways to
Multiply.
write it. Right? We just looked at. There are three different ways to write it. Okay? So the first way, Ashton, remember what you said for the first way we could do it? Write it as a, we could use a colon to separate it. The second way was we use the word two. Third way we use a, we wrote it as a fraction. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. So, remember, we have to look at what the question states. The ratio of
Girls.
boys. How many boys are there?
Two.
Two. So that number is going to come first. So 2. Then we're comparing that to the number of?
It'd be 2 and 3.
We're going to use numbers 2 and 3. Okay? Now, the way we figure out which number comes first.
Boy.
Because there's more girls, so.
Not quite. Okay?
So
We have
less
to.
boys, so less boys will be on the bottom, and there's more girls and girls will be on the top.
Good job. Close.
Or
Okay?
opposite.
We have to read the question to figure out what they want us to answer first. Okay? So in this case, they want to know the number of what first?
Boy.
Boys. And how many boys are there?
2.
Oh,
2. So the 2 will come first. And we're comparing that to the number of,
girls.
and how many girls are there?
3.
3.
So there's 2 girls.
2 to 3. Yeah? So, that is how we can write it. Okay? 2 to 3 using the, what do we call this?
2.
Well, hang on. That's number 2. What do we call this, Ashton? The first way. Well, they are all ratios.
Cool.
Say it for me.
Cool.
A colon, good. So 2 to 3. And then we go to the word 2. Then we wrote it as a fraction. Yes, question.
Is our homework to be studying English?
We'll worry about that at the end of class, okay? At the end of class. So any questions on this first part of the example? No questions?
No.
Awesome. Okay, so now we are finding the ratio of girls
2.
to boys.
So there's
Well, hang on. What I want you guys to do, I want you guys to try it, okay? Now this one's very close to the one we just did. What changed in the problem? What changed in the problem?
The numbers.
Did the numbers
The
change?
girls.
the girls.
The
The
girls
girls
went
went first and the boys.
The girls went first, then the boys. So I want you guys to think about that and try it, okay? Jot it down in your paper, and then we'll go over it, okay? So I'll give you a minute to try that.
No.
Now remember, are we just writing it one way?
No. 3.
We're writing it 3 ways. So try to come up with all 3 ways. And if you're struggling, I'll come around and help you, so just let me know, okay?
I need help.
You need help? Okay. What do we have? So good. Now, what was our second way? What word did we use? So what was that word? What was the word? Well, who cares? It should be 2 to 3, right? This one's 2 to 3. So on this one down here, what comes first? Do they want to know the number of girls or boys?
Girls.
So girls. So how many girls up these way? So 3, 2. And how many boys were there?
2.
Okay, so that's way.
Perfect.
Walking around and seeing a lot of good things. Okay. How we doing, bud? Okay, so I saw a lot of good stuff. I saw some of us are still a little confused, which is okay. Okay? So, which is fine because, guys, we're doing this one together, like I said. So, the first thing we have to look at, again, is what's the question asking for? What's first?
Girls.
Number of girls. So how many is the total number of girls in this problem?
3
3. So what number are we using first in our ratio?
girls.
3.
Which is 3. Good. Then we're comparing that to the number of,
Boys.
and how many boy puppies are there?
2.
2. Okay? So it's going to be 3 to
3. 2.
2. 3 to 2. So, 3 different ways we can write it. First way with the
Three.
first way,
Colon.
the colon. Second way we can use the word.
2.
And third way we can write it as a fraction. Okay? So, a lot of us struggled a little bit with the second way, with the word 2. Okay? A lot of us did. Some of us got it, which is awesome, but some of us struggled. Okay? So guys, the first one, colon. Second one, just use the word 2. Okay? And a lot of times when we say it, we'll just say it 3, 2, 2. Okay? Questions after you saw it?
No.
Okay. So, let's go on to our next part. Okay. This one's similar, but a little different. Let's read what it says. So, the ratio of boys to,
Oh.
not girls, all pups.
So 5.
So, how,
There's 2 fifths.
hang on.
So
You said 5. How did you get 5?
Because there are 5 pups.
Because there are 5 pups.
And this is to all pups.
Exactly. And so, all means a total number. Total number. Now, in this problem, it tells us the total number of pups, right?
Yeah.
It tells us the total number of pups. Now, if it didn't tell us the total number of pups, if it didn't tell us there are 5 pups, could we figure it out based upon knowing there are 2 boys and 3 girls?
Yeah.
We can still figure it out, right? But for this one, they told us. So, somebody said it, I forget who said it, but I want to give everybody a chance to think about it anyway, okay? So, let's go ahead and try to figure out the first 3 examples, okay? Use the number of boys, and we're comparing that to the...
Okay, so 5, you right?
Repeat that, please.
You do like 5, you right?
5, 5. Hang on. What's it asking? What's the first number they want? The number of?
Boys.
The ratio of boys. So how many boys are
2
there?
to 5, 2 to 5.
Okay, then all pups. So look at boys and compare that to all pups. Okay, then I want you guys to try to get those 3 ways to write it down. Okay?
I got it. Copies, bro.
So number of boys compared to the total number of pups.
How do you do this? Okay, it's in grade 2.
Okay. The ratio of boys to all pups is. So we want the ratio of boys. How many boys are there, Ashton? 2. So that will be our first number compared to all the pups. How many are there? So you use those 2 numbers and try to get right the 3 different ways. You use a colon or 2, and then there's a fraction. Okay. Right for me. Can you sit up and write it for me,
I
please?
still don't get it. How do
Sit up. Sit up.
Just try it, bro.
I just want you to try. So what's the total number of boys? Hey, total number of boys. Comes first. Yeah, so write that.
You should say grade 2, come here.
We're comparing that in one section. We're comparing that to the total number of pups. So 2, how many total puppies are there? Yeah, so 2 to 5. So anyway. Yes, Isaac.
Is that right?
We'll find out in a second.
It's right.
I like what you're thinking. Okay, so let's look at these.
Right.
And most of us have this. 2 to 5. And what's that 2 tell us? The number of?
2.
Boys.
Boys. What's that 5 tell us?
Pups.
Pups.
Number of total pups.
So all the pups.
Yep. So, this one is very similar. What changed in the question? The ratio of girls to all pups. Girls to all pups.
Alright.
Okay, so go ahead and try this one on your own. I know some of you already did. Okay. Which one do we do first? Which one do we want first? Make sure you guys pay attention to what is first. Okay? And remember, the ratio of girls to all pups. So what do they want first?
Girl.
Ashton, what do they want first?
Sit up, please. Go see what's game. Sit up, please.
So, the number of girls. How many girls are there?
Why does my pencil smell like top?
So the number of girls. How many girls are there in this example? Ashton, how many girls are there? 3. And what's the total number of pups? 5. So use that to write the 3 ratios.
So what's the first one? They're asking for the number of girls. How many girls are there? To write that, the boys or how many total pups are there? Yeah, so 3, and then colon 5. The next one, we're going to use the word 2 to separate.
Okay, so let's look at this. And already, for some reason, that 5 already popped up. But there's the rest, which most of us have it. So nice job. Round of applause. Okay, now it's your turn. Okay. Now listen, be very listen to the instructions so you know what to do. I'm passing out Smarties. Okay, everyone will get a pack of Smarties. It's very important that you not eat the Smarties until I say you can eat the Smarties. Because if you eat the Smarties, guess what?
No.
You can't do this.
Well, our data is going to be messed up.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's
Data.
Thank you. Okay, so does anybody have any ideas how many Smarties are in a pack?
5.
Yes? No?
15.
15. Good guess.
No.
Yeah.
24.
No, there's 15. Okay, so you're.
Does it say it on the package?
No? Okay, so now listen. If you feel comfortable on trying this on your own, I will let you try it on your own. Okay, I know a few of us are still have some questions. So if you still have some questions, I'm going to be working up here at this desk. Okay, so if you feel comfortable and you're up here, you can feel free to move. Okay, if you have questions, come on over. You need to bring a chair, feel free to bring a chair. Okay, now don't you guys open them, but please do not eat your Smarties until I say so. Okay? Okay? So, please do not eat it. Okay, so, Ashton, sit up, please.
Do we open them and put them on the table?
You can, but give me 1 second, okay? So, it's your turn. With your pack of Smarties, and this is on your paper also, okay? You're going to find 6 things. The first 3 are comparing colors to colors. Okay, so number 1, number of yellow Smarties, and the number of red Smarties. And that number 2, the number of red Smarties compared to the number of yellow. Number 3, number of purple.
Why do we have pink? Got purple. Can I eat one? I don't have red.
You don't have red?
I have pink.
Use the pink ones as the red ones, okay? I take them as pink, so use those as your red ones, okay? So number 3, use a purple Smarties. Compare that to the number of green. So those are comparing.
I only got one yellow.
So you use one of them, okay? Those are comparing the number of certain colors to different colors.
You have to do all 3.
There's actually 6, okay?
You
Then,
have to do
nope, because look, here's the next 3 questions.
No, like that. You have to do like 3 on each one. Like all 3 of them. Can I eat this white one?
Give me 1 second, Isaac, okay?
White ones.
So the next, number 4, 5, and 6, are then comparing the number of yellow, red, and purple Okay, number 4 is yellow, number 5 is red, number 6 is purple, to the total number of Smarties. Okay, just like we did in our example with the puppies. Okay, first we compared the number of girls to boys and boys to girls. Then we compared the number of boys to the total and the number of girls to the total. So we are doing the same thing, only now it's with our Smarties. Okay, so hang on. Before I let you go, is there any questions? Yes, sir.
Once we're all done with all 6, can we eat them all?
Once I have checked you, okay,
Do we have to do off the other palm though?
you have to do all 6.
But there's not 6 of them.
There are 6 of them.
No, not palms. You have to do all 3, like the ways.
All 3 ways, yeah.
I
want you to write all the answer in all 3 ways. Thank you, Isaac. Okay? So, remember, if you need help, I will be up here at this table. Okay? If you feel comfortable doing it on your own, if you feel comfortable doing it on your own, even if you might have a question here or there, you can work on your own. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Go! So if you need help, up here. Not until I say eat.
What did the white ones?
Yeah, good job.
I found it on my
Yeah,
nose.
so Ashley, let's get started. Where's your Smarties? Rocky,
you
did
don't
you
give me that.
Okay, so go ahead and open that up.
On my nose.
Make sure we don't drop them either.
Okay, open them up, please. Open it.
Okay, so I should see you guys working as I come around. And if you need help, raise your hand. I'll be
Is the
around.
nose for this? There is no yellow Smarties.
Open it up. So what will we use instead of the number? Well, our number will be,
There is no
so our number will be, the number of yellow Smarties is the number of red.
There aren't any.
So what, so you will use what number? So right there.
And 2 to 2.
To the number of reds, how many reds?
And remember, guys, I take the pink ones as red. I'm kind of in between pink and red. So use those as the red ones, okay? The easiest way to do it also, I would go through it, which most of you guys have, and sort your Smarties by color.
That's what I did.
Okay? Most of us did, but go through and sort them by color. Okay?
Go through and check your box. Make sure you don't leave out the rest. Nah, that one's good. The rest of it. Then,
This is easy. Easy.
You did a great job writing this. Go through and write this with a colon, then go through and write it with the word to. Okay? Just like we did on the example.
Just to stay straight, I'm done.
You're done?
Green.
Okay, don't do anything yet. Okay? I know you guys, a few of you are starting to finish. If you finish, what I want you to do, find a partner that's also finished, okay? Find a partner, and you may have to wait a second till they finish up, then have your partner check it,
I'm done.
okay? So wait till Isaac's
How am I
finished up
supposed to
also.
check it? He has his things, and we all have different.
You have to look at their Smarties. Now, slide your Smarties off so your partner doesn't have to touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want your partner to check your numbers.
good. Now, so,
Alright, I'm
how
done.
many red ones do you have?
Me and you partners. Can I eat them now?
Not yet. Go ahead and have Josh check it.
Josh,
Yeah, Josh, then you have Isaac check it. Oh, careful. Isaac. Calm down. Good. Hey, now let's figure out the number of purple Smarties and the number of green. So do you have any green?
lunch.
How many green ones do you have? And how many purple?
Literally, I'm gonna use that.
So what number is on birch?
This one's this one.
What number is on birch? Yes, and how many purple?
Dude,
Great Smarties.
okay, Mr. Sixpack, for first period, when did we switch? Like instead of 20th, we
Just saying.
switch?
This, and this is where I'm gonna
Oh, good.
Yeah, two big sets of pencils. Okay. Nice work, Joe.
Hey, you know,
Oh, yeah. Joe, how are you?
Okay.
you still ain't done.
Awesome, nice one.
Hey.
Man, this is
14
right,
Smarties.
right.
It should be.
I had one green.
Yes, you want to.
Oh my god, that six very. I got to tell Josh. He doesn't understand.
Wait, number of yellow Smarties.
So the number of yellow, how many yellow ones do we have?
Oh.
3.
I got ripped off.
Yeah.
So 3, and compare that to the number over at. No. Yeah, you're right. Perfect. Okay, you guys are doing an awesome job, and I know we're finishing up.
I eat mine.
They didn't know.
There. I died.
Okay, so, I know, okay, so hey,
Eat it.
now that we're finished, you guys did an awesome job, and I know I either checked it or your partner checked it, okay? So awesome job. Any questions?
Can we eat it?
You may go ahead and eat them.
When I see
So
something
now,
friends do, okay, back to
so now, go ahead and go pull your computer up.
do this.
Out of my chair.
Go ahead.
He ate
We're off.
I feel.
Go ahead and go back to your seat, please. Okay. Let's go ahead and get your computers up. And you should already be on Kahoot.
Yeah.
Alright. If you're not, hold up.
Sir, yes, sir.
Can we eat the Smarties?
You can go ahead and eat the Smarties, yes. Okay? We are going to go ahead and take our formative assessment for the day.
What's that?
Our formative. Remember what a formative is?
Done.
Who's a formative for? Hey, we're using this for a formative today. What's our formative?
Mr. Sticks, getting paid.
Hang on.
Headphones on.
Guys, we know what a formative assessment for. Is it for a grade?
No.
Who's it for?
Us.
You. Yeah, so we can tell how you're doing. So you know how you're doing. Okay?
What's the game pin?
Right there.
Right there.
8, 2,
Okay.
1, 2,
8-2. 8-2.
How do you
1-2.
Colton.
8-8.
What's the
Remember,
nickname?
use your name as your nickname.
Colton. Man. Your name was messed up.
Hey,
You forgot no.
it's okay.
Oh, did you? Yeah, hey, look.
It's okay. I know who it is. You don't have to worry about it. It's okay.
You missed an float.
It's okay. So, we have 2, 4, 5. Who we missing?
Ashton.
Ashton again.
I'm trying to connect.
Try and connect.
That's not how you connect.
Do I have to be the camera? Cause like,
There you go. No, just, hey, put name.
Dude.
Ashton.
Isaac, you can't say that.
Relax. Hey, let's go.
No.
Ashton.
Hey, go to the box.
Ashton, are we having problems?
He's just.
What's going on?
He did his password. Do that. Hate him. He says a minute.
So, 8, 2, 1, 2, 8, 8. Okay.
They never could see me.
Okay, then we're just going to use A for Ashton. Okay.
Why?
Hurry up. Okay, so we're going to have to move quickly here. Okay, we're about out of time. So here are the questions. Okay, remember it's not for a grade, so take your time though. Still do your best so we can see how you are doing. So what is the ratio of apples to oranges? Apples to oranges. So the red.
My cursor's not moving.
It's okay. If you need to, you can write your answers down here. Okay.
I got my answer. Yeah! Got it.
So good.
We all got it.
And hey,
No.
relax. Okay? Like I said, this is just, it's not for grade. So let's learn as we go through this. So number 2, what is the ratio of oranges to
I can't
lemons?
see, I can't see.
So, ratio of oranges to lemons. Oranges to
I
lemons.
got my answer.
Okay?
It's not.
Oranges to
You
lemons.
gotta click fast.
Oh.
Okay? So let's go look at this.
What?
Now, if you counted, how many oranges were there?
2.
There were 4.
There were 4.
No, there was 3.
No.
Where? Go back to the
Did-
picture. There was
did
3
you look
pictures.
at the back?
We'll pull it back up, okay? We'll go through this. Tomorrow, we will go through this and we'll talk about each of the questions, okay? Unfortunately, we're running out of time today. Tomorrow, we'll go through and look at each of these questions, okay?
Alright, let's see one way.
Hey,
But, 6 fair. 6 fair.
Okay? So, here's the next one. What is the ratio of doughs to bucks?
Oh.
Doughs to bucks.
Hold on, I can't.
You can go up and look if you need to. So, doughs to bucks.
Got it.
Look carefully, there may be a dough hiding in the background also. So, doughs to bucks.
Yeah!
And if you look, the one was hard to see. It was kind of a trick. Okay? Tomorrow we'll pull this back up and we'll talk about each of these questions. So if we missed it, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Unfortunately, we're out of time today.
dude,
Just about.
I guess
Okay? So, number 4, what is the ratio of doughs to all the deer? So, doughs to all the deer.
oh, I got this one.
Doughs to all the deer.
I got this one. If I get this right.
Red.
Oh, yes!
Okay?
How does no one know that?
Okay, hey, remember,
I got it.
Remember, when you're doing this, look and see what it asks for first. So for this one, you have to figure out the total number of doughs. How many doughs were there? 3. 3. Then comparing that to all the deer. Well, how many total deer were there? 4.
Josh, this is beginner's luck.
Yep. So here we go.
And
Oh, Blake's in there.
What is the ratio of blue shapes to red shapes? Blue shapes to red shapes. So count the total number of blue and look at the total number of red.
That one is easy.
So blue shapes to red shapes.
8,
I got mine.
7,
Where did you get your answer right?
5, 4, 3, 2,
No?
1.
Yeah!
I was running at the time.
Okay, now, this is actually going to be our last question, then we'll finish it tomorrow. Okay, we're about out of time. So last question. What is the ratio of blue shapes to the total shapes? Blue shapes to total shapes. What is the ratio of blue shapes to total shapes? You need to get up and move closer, you can do that.
I got this one right.
My cursor's moving, my cursor's moving.
Relax.
Got 8 seconds.
So the
Trust me.
ratio of blue shapes to the total shapes.
Yeah!
Nice job, everyone. Okay, listen. We will finish this tomorrow. I will save it and we will finish it tomorrow. Like I said, then we will go back through, look at each problem and discuss why the answer is that answer.
First one that who's one.
Okay? So, unfortunately, we didn't have time to get through our some more practice problems, so you guys have no homework tonight. I do want you to go home and read through your notes. Okay? Read through the notes, look at the examples we did today. Okay? Before you leave, there are a couple of things I want you to write in your agenda.
Show us who was
Okay? Listen. Listen. A couple things we are writing in our agenda. So today, we took notes over what?
Notes over.
Well, ratio, so you can put in ratio notes. Okay? Go home, show your parents these notes. Okay? Make sure you bring them back tomorrow. So, let's go ahead and get our agendas out.
Well, show us who's going to leave.
I will, before you leave. Get your agendas out. Okay. Then, on Friday,
We got a test.
we will have our summative assessment. Okay?
Ashley, close this, please. Hey,
Who's your
get our agenda, Ashley. Agenda, don't you know, agenda is out. Let's go.
Okay? So on Friday, what did I say we have on Friday?
Our assessment.
What? Our summative assessment. What's the difference? What's a summative assessment?
Only for.
No, that's your formative.
Oh, no, for you.
For the grade.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay? So, start preparing tonight. Go over those notes.
Can we turn off our computers?
You make shut the
Over here,
computers off.
Ashley. I just unplugged it.
Once your agenda is filled in, go ahead and shut your computers down. You are out of here.
Wait,